Hi, everybody. Thanks for hanging out while we took care of some technical snafus that we're having. We do apologize for that. It, yeah, it's second Monday.
I rebooted.
So, with that, we, as per saying, we found our envoys in close combat with a bunch of would-be cultists.
We are hoping that there are not a
Uh,
bunch of them.
Well, a bunch is relative. There seems to be as the door gets blasted open, swinging past your head, slamming into the wall behind you. Yeah, it does appear that there are three cultists in this room. This room is it looks like a makeshift storage room that's also been used as a guard post. There's a couple barrels stacked up with supplies, and it looks like the on the table you see a few silver pieces and copper pieces and a set of cards. It looks like they were gambling and to kill time. And then they heard some knocking coming on their door, uh, rapping at the door, perhaps tapping ever so gently. Um,
Player
and
characters, nevermore.
Yeah, pretty much that's what they're hoping for. Um, as one of them, wearing robes, lobbed a firebolt at you. It brings us down to Vam.
Oh, yes, teaser. Well, Vom is going to. I have seen the door be blown open by the fire blast. I haven't, so I guess I'm just gonna like walk in and make some new friends. I don't know because I need to go to there first, and I don't know how that works. Basically, now I'm running into the room. 3, 4. I think I can actually get up to these two people. I probably don't want to be right next to those two people. Either that or they don't want to be right next to me. I'm going to hit one of them. I guess the one who I had the clearest line of sight on from the minute I entered the room.
Okay.
It's going to be a swing of the Mighty Hammer. Okay. That's that. I tired myself out with all that running. That's the only explanation. Or my hammer explodes. That was a 5. That was an adjusted
Awesome.
5. I rolled a 1.
Oh, that's a shame because now they're going.
Yeah,
And they are going to attack you.
I guess they are, aren't they? Well, I got their attention on me at least.
Hey, Jonesy.
You're doing great.
Yep.
Drake got deleted from the initiative tracker.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I'm on 12.
Just go reroll. I can adjust it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you should have. Oh. Yeah, you should have gone. But you should have gone before
Bomb did. Yeah, because Bomb only had a 7.
But we'll just say that. But Vom and his ogre enthusiasm, you basically just let him go first this round. But you'll be able to go before the cultists get attacked Vom. So.
My plan was to wait for Vom to go in there anyway, because I don't get into melee without an ally within 5 feet.
without a lunkhead in front of me to take the heat. Yeah.
Well, also so that he can get the sneak attack.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's that too.
Yeah, I will slink over here, and I'll get to stabbing.
Oh, see, I'm helping.
You're always helping, Vom.
I know.
7 and a 6, so 7 to hit.
That would be a miss, unfortunately.
That makes sense. That's fair.
It's all right.
I will use my bonus action to pout.
You can, but so that you know, pouting is a free action. So is crying.
There's no crying in D&D.
I may have seen a shirt with that on it.
It's healthy to cry. All right.
So anyway, the good
Trey.
thing is that now the two cultists will not attack Vom. One of the cultists will attack Vom. The other one will attack Drake. So.
See, that's what I was hoping to avoid. That exact thing. Oh well.
Well. Oh, and that's a hit on Drake.
Oh, can I use my reaction to give them disadvantage?
You sure can.
The whole shieldy thing.
Oh.
So roll less good.
So with that, Drake, what is your AC again?
My AC is 15.
Okay, a little bit higher than I thought, but still, it's still high enough that Vom is able to reach out with a shield and block the incoming short sword that was going straight for you. You know it would have run you through real good if you hadn't done that. You just basically saw a whole flash before your eyes, a whole bunch of things that you regret doing in life, and luckily, the last minute is a bang as the shield deflects it.
I squeezed a lot of malfeasance into 3 years of lifespan.
Only 3.
I don't know how long raccoons live.
Interesting fact, Raiden stop aging at animal rates. When they awaken, they start aging at the same rate as other folk. So
cool.
if a Raiden would normally age slower, faster than a human, it slows down and ages at the rate of a human. If a Raiden would actually age slower than a human, it maintains its original aging rate.
Oh, well, they get advantage on the roll, as it were.
Yes, they get advantage on their lifespan, their natural lifespan.
Rye tortoises are the elves of this universe.
Actually, they are. They totally are.
But they're way less annoying because
I don't know. There's one specific elder that anyway, yeah, it's pretty annoying. In a Master Splinter kind of way. Brings us to Kale, actually.
Sure. I'm hiding in this room with this man who's tied up, so I'm going to get out of there. Oh, look, I can see things now. I'll stay right here. And
yeah, the three.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say the three cultists appear to be human, and they actually have a torchlight going on, so they could see. So
cool. I am going to try and cast my radiant bolt at the different person who is not engaged right now, who's furthest from me.
the one skulking in the back.
Punish the introvert.
We'll see how that goes. Does an 11 hit?
Oh my god, we are not rolling today.
Hey.
11 does not hit.
Bummer. Okay.
Your blast goes a little wide to the left and misses him, and he seems rather upset that you shot a bolt of energy at him.
Well,
he did the same thing.
I was gonna say, shot a fireball at us.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna use what's left of my movement to get some cover then.
Granted, he, like everybody else, has got the aim of a stormtrooper on ketamine still.
Yeah, I will. I will run back behind this
So,
person
it
who's
brings
just
us to-
chilling out.
So it does bring us to the top of our round. And Ula, what would you like to do?
I would like to get upset that nobody's hitting anything.
You find this very easy.
Is there space for me to sneak here? Pass by him, or is that the wall there, Jonesy?
Yeah, you can squeeze through there.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and run past this guy. I'll take that attack of opportunity. Looking to hit a 16, Jonesy.
16 to hit my bad guy? That will hit my bad guy.
No, it hit me. I ran past.
Yeah, the
Oh,
fella I failed to hit gets a target of an attack of opportunity.
and he does manages to clip you as you go by, just barely. You take 2 points of damage.
Is that slashing?
Yes.
And then I would like to attack recklessly using my anti-magic device.
Better known as Anchor.
Anchor. Does a 23 hit?
I believe it does, yes.
Okay, so he takes a lovely 13 damage. And that would be the end of my turn. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 12 damage, not 13. And everybody has advantage of me till my next turn. That'll be it.
So yeah, you slam him, slam into that guy with your heavy anchor, and you hear things crack as you hit him. He seems rather upset about this.
I mean,
He lets out a groan in pain.
he can always leave my area. I'll hit him again.
Tizra, what would you like to do?
Teaser is going to walk back up into the doorway. And since they still have, the psychic connection with Ula, and is aware that Ula just slammed the ever-loving bejesus out of that schmo, Teaser, actually, I just have to go there. Teaser will fire an Eldritch Bolt at schmo engaged with Ula. Or at least I will try. Yar. That is a natural 20 for a 25 to hit.
Nice.
That
Love
will
them
hit.
crits, yeah.
Okay.
It hits, it crits for a low flat rate.
Sorry, what was that?
I said if it hits, it crits for a low flat rate.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that was a terrible roll on the dice for the damage. So that is a total of 5 force damage on my critical hit.
So you blast the heck out of this cultist. And he does yelp out in pain again as he gets blasted.
Hey, can I ask a question that I don't know because I'm still not as familiar with 5e?
Sure.
What gets doubled on a critical in 5e? Is it just the die, or?
It's the amount of dice you roll. So you roll
Okay.
2d10 instead of 1d10.
But your modifier does not get doubled?
Right.
Okay. Just checking. Then I will finish my movement and step back around the
Cool.
corner.
Drake, you have a cultist up in your face. What would you like to do?
I sure do. I'm gonna stab this mofo. With a 23 to hit that time.
That does definitely hit.
For 11 points total.
11 total?
Yeah, 6 for the damage and 5 for the sneak attack.
Okay.
Stab. And I'll take a bonus action to disengage. And I'll come over here to this little corner where it's nice and he's not in my face anymore.
You don't have. Okay, well, that's awesome, but you don't actually need to take a bonus action to disengage.
Oh!
Because you only need to take a bonus action if your victim, if your target is still alive. And he is now dead.
Oh, good. He got in my face,
Wow.
so...
Or incapacitated. Incapacitated at the latest. At the least.
Yeah, I'll sort of dart between his legs and stab him in the back of the hamstring. And push him over so he slams on his face when he hits the ground.
Awesome.
And in that case, I'll use my bonus action to hide when I get over here.
Good shit for it. Guess right there.
With a 14 on the stealth check.
Actually, you probably have advantage on that because everyone's busy with combat with people in the face.
Hmm.
But
Well, if it matters, I rolled the same thing. It's destiny.
This man knows what number he wants.
So I've got my little barrel here.
Not a man.
And that will end my turn.
This feral creature.
so, with that, I do need to know what Ula's AC is.
16.
16? With that, the guy in front of you who's kind of one arm's kind of wrapped around the upper torso as he's hanging onto his side, probably trying to hold his ribs that you've smacked into, and kind of breathing kind of heavily and raggedy, and it's like, for our eternal mistress, and reaches out with his hand, and as he does, a strange sickling glow kind of spreads around the edge of his hands as he swipes at you and strikes you. And as he does, you feel tendrils of black energy leaping through your muscles and body, and seem to be siphoning out the strength in them from inside out. As he hits you for 20 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay.
What happens when you give people advantage on attacks against you?
That wasn't slashing or bludgeoning damage by any chance.
It was
Okay.
not. Nope. He inflicted an occult spell on you.
Gotcha.
Ow!
So, and with that, he takes like a half step back and is kind of leaning a little bit against the barrels behind him, trying to hold himself up. Because he looks pretty worse for wear. It brings us to Vom. What would you like to do, Vom? You have one cultist dead to your side and one cultist up in your face.
Oh, Nah, I'm not gonna try to get fancy. I'm just gonna cast Hammer on the last remaining cultist.
Awesome.
And yeah, see, this is like at a party when no one wants to touch any of the canapes, but then like the first person takes one, and now everybody's gonna have some.
That's how you do it.
Now we're hitting. Yeah. That was a 19 to hit for 10 bludgeoning damage.
Awesome. So with that, you swing down your hammer, and you come crashing into his shoulder and collarbone, and you hear a crack, and he kind of turns pale and then drops from shock. So he's not dead, but he's
Oh,
out of the fight.
oh. We might have one for you, Kale. And that is, well, I guess. No, because I still can move at this point. So I will just go ahead and get up in Mr. Friendly's face here. And at this point, I'll be asking him questions like, you really want to do this? You know, both the mates just went down with one shot apiece. I mean, you know, we could talk. Yeah, that'll be Bob's turn.
Well, it would now be my bad guy's turn, but they don't get to go because, well, you cast Hammer on him,
Yeah.
and someone cast Drake on the other one. So,
Yeah.
so with that, Kale, what would you like to do?
Oh, I don't know. I'm hiding in a corner. I will move out here. Do I see? If I look down there, how bad does this cultist look?
The one that your allies are kind of cornered.
Surrounding. Mm-hmm.
He looks pretty banged up. He doesn't look well. I'd have to say he doesn't look like he's in a drop of exhaustion at any moment. But then again,
Sure.
Most people can't stand multiple swipes out of an anchor. So
Sure. I'm gonna move up to Ula, and I'm going to cast guidance on her. So the next ability roll that you, the next ability check that you make, Ula, you get a D4 added to it.
Ooh, nice.
so yeah. Now, as far as how her Ula looks, I leave that to Ula to describe.
Looks like she's about to pass out on the gym elliptical, but she's good.
Oh, I wasn't in the room, so I didn't see you get hit.
No, you're okay. You're okay.
Yeah, you get up close to cast guidance, and you see that she looks very pale and kind of just like a lot of colors has been kind of washed away out of her normal green tinted skin.
Be pale and tragic.
Do I get the kind of sense that I know what happened to her?
The darkest of occult magics were used to inflict some sort of damage upon her, possibly wounds.
Okay, cool. I've seen this before.
So, speaking of Ula, it is now your go. What would you like to do?
I would like to try to swing my anchor recklessly at Magic Man for my magic life. I need it. Here we go.
Oh,
There we go. That's 16 points of damage.
Ow.
it is an anchor.
And I'm raging.
It's okay. I think the
Anchor's away.
Cultist is dissipating.
With that, you slam the anchor into the cultist, and the cultist drops.
I was too late. I could have talked some sense into him.
You know, he thought Spence only was talking gibberish anyway. I got him for you, though. Now I'm going to hobble over to Kale. That would be like, please, Magic Man, heal me.
Oh, are you all right? Do you need some help?
I'm exactly one okay.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a very
Uh,
specific amount of okay.
When Josie said
On a
20, I
scale
was
of
like,
1 to
that's
22,
not 21.
Blackjack.
Oof. No, it
Oh,
wasn't a blackjack. It was an anchor.
Man.
Oh, Scott.
oh, I suppose you want healing.
Yes, Daddy, give me the juice. I'm begging.
Uh, oh, all right. That's 8 points of healing to you as I cast Cure Wounds. I'd like to think I do it in a playful way where I just slap her across the face and snap out of it.
Snap
I
out of
like
it.
to think as soon as you start chanting, I just grab your hand and put it off. I do this now.
I was gonna say that's pretty bold actually, because you're gonna slap a raging, unhappy Ula, even playfully. Like
I'm dead. She's killed me and I'm dead. Okay. There we go. That's all the help I need. I'm good to
chuck
go.
her under the chin. Whoa.
And you know, while we're at it, Jonesy, I would like to drink my 1 potion of Yum Yum juice.
By all means.
What is this? You had that all this time? You're making me waste magic on you?
No. Think of it.
Waste of magic.
Okay, so 2d4 plus 2, so I get 8 health back. The wonders of technology. Okay, I'm gonna lean up against this wall and let you guys do what you do. Oh my god.
It's not
So you
really
have
much.
3
left.
incapacitated.
Oh. But they're not dead.
And remember, as a reminder, I'm generally not like assuming that you're not hovering your way through. 'Cause
That
it's
is very good.
regressed and stuff.
Yes.
So I'm using a house rule basically that if you drop them to 0, they're actually unconscious unless you actively say, unless it's like an undead or something like that, or you
Right.
tell me I'm trying to kill this cultist.
Oh, which we really aren't. Well, suppose we could try and wake one of them up if we. Do we need anything further from them?
Should probably ask them what they're up to down here. Sorry, I can't talk. Never mind.
I was playing cards, mate. You know
What are you talking about? He's just miming.
that. He's just like.
I'm gonna go start looking through the crates and barrels and stuff.
I am a little curious why they are still here. I would have expected them to all leave.
Well, they was here watching the prisoner for sure.
Well, yes, but I'm
Did
just.
we search their bodies? I don't want them waking up and still having pointy things to hit us with.
Well, that is also a good plan.
Oh, yeah, right. Right.
I will search bodies. Starting with the magic man in the corner.
Go ahead and give me a investigation check.
Sure. 10.
Excellent. So, searching through his robe, which has pockets, you do come across a couple gold pieces and some silver pieces. You come across a few other little trinkets here and there. A set of keys, things like that. And along with the other things that you encounter, you find a small vial with some bubbly purplish liquid in it, and you also find he's got a brand tattoo. Seems to be a burnt in brand of a interlaced letter V and E that are interconnected.
Is that something I recognize?
You did see that a short while ago when you on the first night out when you first got involved in everything at the ballad in the blade.
Right.
One of the targets there had a similar brand.
And do I see on him like any kind of arcane focus or religious iconography?
As you're looking, he does have a small little leather bracelet on, which has a small charm connected to it, and the charm does have the iconography of one of the excerpts of Shadow on it. So in Blue Rose, there are 7 great exarchs of Shadow, which are basically powerful dark gods / demon lord creatures. They're opposed to 7 lords of light, which are the gods of good.
Do I get the sense that that's where the magic came from? Like that was the focus?
Yeah, you would suspect that would be his focus.
Okay. I will disarm him of that in case he wakes up. And then I will take the vial and the keys.
Excellent.
Oh, and the money. I'll take all the money too.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, I guess there is money all over the table.
There is also money on the table. Yes.
Yeah.
Not much. Mostly it's copper bits and stuff like that, but there is some money on the table.
Being a cultist doesn't pay so good, does it?
No.
Oh, damn, I see that there is a door to the north.
You are correct. There is a door to the north.
The door to the north. The door to
You're
the
able
north.
to. You're able to secure the 3 cultists. Amongst the supplies are some basic supplies, including some rope and the like. So
I'm gonna give this new door a listen.
there is no sound coming from the door, but the door does appear to be locked.
I'm going to fix it with that issue.
You know, Kale found keys.
He did actually find
I'm gonna give everybody a look, and I'm still gonna try to pick the lock. We don't need no stinking keys.
How do you grind that skill if you're using keys?
I got a 15.
Click, it pops open.
I'm taking the rogue elective at the school. I've got to document locks that I pick.
I understand.
And I will look at Ula and I will gesture to the door and back away.
I'll stop dragging my anchor like I haven't been blasted for 20 tons of damage and mana. Here I come.
Yeah, I guess I will come along with, unless.
You know what? Bomb, this time you can go in front.
Sure. Yeah, that's
There you
fine.
go.
Bob will just step in. Except that the door's not been opened yet, so I guess we can't.
Yeah,
Oh, that's your job.
Oh, that's the door. I was
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to. Oh, excuse me. I was trying to open a wall. So I guess we'll go. Oh my. Okay. I am not seeing much of what's there. I guess I kind of am. That's probably my dark vision.
Yep.
So there's a passage off to the right and another room sort of thing down straight. Which way do you want to go?
Do you feel a breeze?
Do I actually feel a breeze?
Well, there's a little bit of breeze coming from the north. You know, it's coming from the water and blowing down into the lower chamber.
Well, there is a breeze. Well, that's fun. I guess since we have a room right here, let's just go ahead and check it out. And I'm sure something hilarious is going to... No. It's just a small circular room.
Seinfeld soundtrack plays.
Looks like it goes
So
off
I'm
to.
going to need a dex check from you.
Oh, good. Yeah. That's I've always wanted to make one of those.
Do a flip.
I'm glad I was able to help with
Is it
that.
so it's not a saving throw, it's just a check, right? Or well, it's rolled the same bloody way, isn't it? There we go. Normal roll. That is a 15. Get a load of these cat-like reflexes.
So,
Sorry, Drake.
what-
That was raccoon-like.
So luckily for you, that is what you needed. So you're not you kind of slip a little bit on the, and it would be quite easy for you to lose your footing and get pushed down the hole by the flowing water that's currently going down.
Oh
But
my.
you did not lose your balance. So
Everyone mind the damp. Mind the damp, everyone.
Is it just a slippery hallway?
Well, there's a hole in the middle of the room that there's water rushing down, I think.
yeah.
Drake
So-
Drake pounds his little hand on the wall because he can't roast Vom for what he just said.
I'm starting to like this. Actually, then, if that's the case, then let me come back and we'll try this dry hallway first. Then.
Hallway like a dry hallway.
Oh wait, is that? I can't tell what's wet and what isn't. Is it just like all wet all the time? Maybe
It's all wet all the time.
Bazinga.
There's a couple steps leading out of the as you go out the doorway. There's a couple steps lead down, and that's at that point it's the steps are what there's a slight elevation of the room that you were in, which is what
okay.
keeps it from filling.
So basically, at this point, we're in the
So the sewers. Sewers is the word you're
we
looking
are
for.
in the sewers. Yes, that was a thing. Okay. So is anybody else coming along? Which way should we go? Just if there's a room to the north, be real freaking careful because there's apparently water go down the hole. And then there's this. I guess I will head down and explore this passage, to the east.
I'll accompany you, bro. Just in case.
And we will see.
Okay.
Not
Well,
bloody
the
much.
Two of you make me an investigation check.
Sure.
With a 6, I think the sewer is covered in piss.
That was a 5. We have thoroughly investigated the sewer and found water.
Congratulations. You have found water.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go investigate. The tunnel kind of branches off and kind of keeps going a little bit. As you follow it, you don't see any signs of anyone going in that direction. You don't see any signs of any recent activity that way, anything like that. So it seems to be that it's going to connect down to a further junction area, and then from there, who knows where.
Okay, so probably I think this is the GM saying don't bother going this way. All right then. Well, I guess then we'll go back and not fall down the hole, or at least try not to fall down the hole.
I know as much as Braum does, so I will take his lead on this.
Yeah, just don't fall down the hole.
Jonesy, I'm going to climb on the wall to avoid the sliding issues.
And there you go.
Okay.
Looks like there's 2 ways we can go to, either to the east or to the west. I do not know which way we should look. But Drake is heading over toward the west.
Will you please give me will you please give me an investigation check?
Who gives the investigation check?
Vom and Drake. Since you're kind of up in the front area.
That's a 6 for me.
I got an 18.
Oh, Bum does not investigate well.
Vom was
He's just like
was distracted slightly.
he's like splashing in the water and just generally enjoying himself. He's living his best life.
Drake, as you're looking, you can see that there's a couple of hooks that have been mounted into the wall on the far side.
The far side of the hole?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
How do you go down the hole?
Right there at the edge. It looks like there's a couple of hooks that have been recently mounted in there.
When you say hook, do you mean like fishing hook or like it knows what I did last summer hook?
Neither. Something in between. More like something that you'd hook a sturdy rope ladder to.
Kind of a piton sort of thing.
Hmm.
So in other words, maybe something that we could run a rope through to make sure that those of us who can't climb on the walls could, maybe get our way through here without falling.
Not drown in the abyss.
So yeah, they look like they're about 3-4 inch hooks that have been mounted into the wall that could easily accommodate some sort of rope and or rope ladder.
So when the water is going down the hole, is it like a waterfall or is it just like a sort of whirlpool kind of thing?
It seems to be kind of a waterfall effect.
Okay, so like
It's a pretty big opening. The opening's about probably about 8 feet wide, and the water's falling on the edges of that for like about a half circle. It doesn't go all the way around because it doesn't really get to the backside. So it's a clearing on the backside of water.
okay. Then yeah, it sounds to me like we want to go downward.
I will look at the group and I will do my best to pantomime. Does anybody have any rope?
Yeah, I've got rope.
We can just go back to the room that had rope in there.
Well, we used it to tie them up. But
Oh.
no, either way. But
Yeah, we
yes,
can just put them in the hole. Right?
anybody with an explorer's pack has rope. So
I have a burglar's pack.
oh, okay.
But also
I
I'm
have
really
rope.
little, so I don't.
I have rope and a lot of experience with tying knots. So yes, okay, I will tie a rope there.
Bomb is the man.
He's the man for it. I've got a set of skills, very specific skills. Knot tying, for example.
Yeah, you just turn around so I can get out of the backpack for you.
So yeah, I'll tie a rope there, I guess, and we can. That'll be delightful, I'm sure.
I really hope the rope isn't too heavy that when you toss it across, Drake gets knocked in the face.
Why is it? I can walk over to it, I think. There's like some floor here, right? It's not like just an open pit.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, you can.
Or I can walk over and just tie the rope onto the thing, and we're good. I know, I'm no fun. Whatever. Like Von Buzzkill over here.
I'm worried for your safety, good friend. This is an ocean violation.
Do we have any idea how much rope we're going to need? Like, do we know how deep this fall is?
I can go take a look. I can't. I'm gonna point in the hole and I'm gonna start climbing down the wall.
I'm gonna pick up a piece of debris and cast light on it and throw it down the waterfall to see if we can still see light.
That's probably a way better idea.
How many Mississippi is it?
Is just a few.
Gonna make
Yes,
sad
yeah,
raccoon
yeah.
noises.
So loosely.
Are you happy now? You've broken his spirit.
It was just for him to see. He can still climb if he wants.
I'm gonna hold like my eyes up like I'm looking through binoculars, like I can
You
already
climb
see.
I,
Right. Let's.
I can
Well.
climb if I want to.
So yeah, Drake, you're climbing down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a look.
Okay. Are you using the rope or are you going down the wall?
I've got a climb speed, so I'll go down the wall.
Okay. Well then, I'll go down the rope.
So, yeah, you end up climbing down, Drake, leading the party, and you can easily find the small little stone that got tossed down below. And it goes down for about 30 feet or so. Not very far.
Oh.
And as it goes down, the water kind of hits, and it goes. The water splits off and kind of goes in different directions, and at that point, kind of thins out a little bit. There's a couple little small little cracks and crevices that you might be able to squeeze through, but not very easily, and certainly not any of your tall folk that you journey with. But there is a passageway to the west that is definitely much wider, and you can see recent signs of recent travel through here.
Well, I will
Shortly
look around
thereafter,
and good.
Awesome. So shortly thereafter, Vom, you can hear Vom approaching as he's climbing down to join you.
Yeah. And well, looks like there's only one way they could have gone now.
I agree, but I'm scared.
Can I get investigation checks from both of you?
Sure, I will make another futile attempt to look at things.
Can he beat his record of 6? Ooh, yeah.
Oh my god, I rolled an 18.
Beat it straight into the ground.
Good for you, Vom.
We both saw whatever it is. We saw it.
It definitely looks like there's signs of that of recent digging and construction, like that this passageway may not have always have been this wide open, but maybe that it's relatively recent that it's been reopened. So
Scandalous.
Well, I mean, tells us we're heading the right way, though, isn't it?
I look at him like I'm going to scold him, and then I realize he's on the right information, and then I pat him on the kneecap.
He's like, no, yeah, I know. I usually don't see things, but you know, I saw the hell out of that. Yeah. So, is everybody else coming down?
Yeah, I'll come down. You put up the rope, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm
I
coming
took
down.
it back. I took it down with me.
Okay, the whole rope?
Yes.
You're supposed to leave some for us?
Damn it. Cartoon physics now.
So,
I'll grab the rope.
so the rest of you come tramping on down, and you proceed to head down the western passage. You're traveling for about 5 or 10 minutes. Well, you hear some distant sounds. Kind of hard to really make out what it is, but you definitely hear some sort of movement up ahead.
Ooh, I don't like that music change.
Ooh, that's very nice.
That's
Dark
scary.
Ants.
Lustmord. Yes. I love this stuff. Well, sneaky or stupid?
I'm gonna sneak.
Okay.
I like sneaky.
Okay. Then I'm gonna follow a little ways behind, like 20 feet or so behind. I don't want to let Drake out of my sight necessarily, but like, I don't want to like, I don't want to clear his mojo either. So.
Is Drake leading the way?
Drake is leading the way.
So Drake kind of scurries ahead a little bit, and as you go down the passageway, about right where you're at, you feel like you stepped across some sort of barrier. and instantly the hairs in the back of your neck stand up as you realize you've stepped across the perimeter of a psychic trap.
Ah.
Oops, he did it again.
Maybe this one will unmind blind you.
I want to use the bonus action to roll my eyes.
That's a free action, actually. We house ruled that. That's a free action.
Oh, how do you roll your eyes in roll 20? I forget.
You just flip your display 180 twice.
Oh, there was an error in my formula.
Well, I mean, when you put it that way, it's less funny.
What do I need to do, Jonesy?
So, I got my notes real quick.
Your mind's just putting.
Oh no, I'm just a feral raccoon again.
What goes up?
I'm going to need you to make a what's the test for this? I wrote it down actually. I did. Can I write these up?
Come on, intelligence saving throw. Or dexterity. I'll take either of those. That'd be fine.
I need an intelligence check to disarm the trap.
Do we all have time to act in this too, or is this just Drake?
Well, he's the only one that's actually entered into the. He knows that he's entered in the zone. He knows he's the only one that so far has entered in the
And
zone.
he has literally no way of telling us.
Yeah.
So,
8.
You can turn back down.
So,
8 strikes me as less than ideal.
yes, 8 is
Seems
less
rough.
than ideal. So you've triggered the trap. Do you have any kind of class ability that lets you like avoid traps or anything like that?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet. Didn't think so.
Ooh, you got it.
I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Ooh,
oh no, no.
it's time for
3.
a K-pop.
No, 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 no.
Oh no.
Yes.
How bad?
I mean,
How
yes,
bad?
it's fun, but I mean, no.
Spicy meatball.
Roll 20, you betrayed me.
Should have rolled
So
better.
you got a 3. You have a 3 on your. Oh, you have a 3 on your roll, and you don't have a point of inspiration.
I sure don't.
Yep.
Hit me with your best shot. Lay it on me.
So I'm going to need to do some damage to you.
You don't have to.
Oh, at least it's just damage. It's
Why do temporary damage when you can do permanent damage? You just take away his ability to read.
No, this is a different type of attack. Not all of them make you go. Not all of them cause psychic blindness.
Yeah.
Oh, you looked out. You take 9 points of psychic damage as a bolt burst of psychic energy, kind of like a bluish psychic flame, floods the area that you can see with your mind's eye. So those who without psychic gifts cannot see it. It pulses out and strikes you for that damage.
Whew. Oof.
Oh wait, you failed your saving throw.
I did.
So I need to add a couple more points to that.
Do I take
That's
18?
Yes.
Drake falls to the ground unconscious in the dark.
Okay.
Teesra, you saw Teesra, you did see the effect of that because you do also have psychic gifts. So you actually saw him get blasted by the wave of psychic energy coming out that fills that area.
My brain! My brain!
Fantastic.
Would you
Hey.
like to make me an Arcana test?
I would love to make you an Arcana test. That is an 18 on an Arcana test.
So you know that he basically just set off a mind fire psychic trap that burns with mental psychic energy. You do know that these need to be they do have a point of origin. There's a point of something that's the anchoring that trap somewhere in that area.
Uh-huh.
And you do know that these tend to, unless they're disarmed, they tend to reset themselves. And even if you're not psychic and you enter the area, it will still do psychic damage to you. So even if you don't have psychic gifts, it can actually hurt you.
Is there any way that like, does it need to be disarmed by someone who's able to disarm traps, or is it something that can be disarmed by a psychic?
It
Yeah.
needs, for psychic traps, you actually have to use, has to be someone with psychic gifts to disarm it. It doesn't use the disarm trap feature like a rogue would use.
All right. All right. Then Tizra will address everyone and say, you know, there is a psychic glyph out there. That's what made Drake fall. I'm going to go see if I can, with the assistance of the Autumn King, remove it, because otherwise the same thing is going to happen to every one of us as we walk in there.
Yeah, good luck.
Have we already found it? Should we look for the glyph before you just walk in?
Well, I'm guessing that it will be visible when you go over to where Drake was.
Oh. If nothing else, I figure I should go get Drake, bring Drake back so he's okay.
Yeah, but you're gonna get blasted too. It's like
Exactly.
a lightning bolt.
Well, mind fire, but yes.
Yeah. So when the
Yeah.
bolt hits her, she just sends the bolt back, and it might disarm it, or we're all just gonna watch here as we don't cross this line.
All right. So here's what I want you to do.
Yeah.
Take the rope and tie it around my waist.
I like that.
No.
Jonesy, do I need to be rolling death saving throws?
I don't know how.
How dead are you?
Well, I'm -2 technically, so theoretically I would have to be rolling them at this point.
Yes.
All right. Yes. Tie a rope around me. I'm going to go out there and try to disarm it, and then we can bring Drake back. There's no more time to talk about.
Yes, got it. Done it. Tying. Very good.
I will pat you on the back as they're tying and cast guidance on you so that you get plus a d4 to your
Excellent.
intelligence check.
All right. So I'm going to walk out there and attempt to find the psychic trap and disable it.
Oh,
Awesome.
Jonesy, if it's okay, my guidance is an action. Healing Word is a bonus. So I'll cast Healing Word at Drake. One's a cantrip and one's a spell, so it should be fine. So that Drake's not rolling saving throws.
Well, we're also not in combat rounds, so yeah, I think you have time to do that.
Yeah, I just didn't know what time was like with his death saves. So, that is 7 points to you, Drake.
Oh, I appreciate you.
Do you have to do the trap again?
Oh.
I'm not a psychic person, so I wouldn't know. I would just try and get him up.
I won't open my eyes. I'll just pretend like I'm still unconscious.
Tizra, what is your passive perception?
And
10? Okay. So, you're right up next to Drake, and Drake kind of is pretending to be out at this point.
I'm just trying not to trigger the trap again.
right.
You're gonna step forward and see if you can disarm it.
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you take another couple steps, you immediately sense that you've crossed the barrier into a psychic field.
Right.
Go ahead and make me an intelligence check.
Okay. And because of my psychic, I do have the psychic shield feat, which would give me advantage.
Oh, does Drake?
Drake probably
psychic-
should.
Psychic shield will give you advantage when you're trying if you trigger the trap against the damage.
Okay. Well then. So is it just an intelligence check?
Yes.
And don't forget to add D4 for guidance.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and use my point of inspiration.
You got this. You got this.
So.
I will not be bullied by inanimate objects.
Would you need to use your point of inspiration? I thought you had advantage on this already.
No, I have advantage on the saving throw if I trigger it for the
me.
damage.
Excuse me. For yes.
Oh God, I'm gonna need it. Even with advantage. Shit.
That is a 9.
That's a 9.
Oh no.
Yep.
Hey, good thing you have advantage on your saving throw.
Yeah.
So, with that, you know that the trap was being reset as you're going through and you're trying to fight it off. It has not completely reset yet. You will actually get one more round to be able to do it because it's on a timer.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna try again. No more guidance, no more advantage, but I'm smart-ish. That's a 14.
So with that, you kind of looking around and you reach out with your mind's eye and you sense where the Shaw's crystal is hidden. That's the anchor point for this trap, and you're able to mentally crack the psychic rune on it and disarm the trap. Barely.
You sound so bitter with that barely.
Well, no, I was gonna say out of character.
With a 14.
Well, I was gonna say out of character. Feel free to team to drop notes on the Discord about thoughts about this because these are something I'm writing and playing with and trying to. They may be OP, so you might need to nerf them.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't feel like they're OP. I feel like they're fun and flavorful.
And
I vote that the trap resets every other round.
They are genuinely frightening, and they are not impossible. So
It resets on a D6.
I like it.
So.
yeah.
All right, everyone. I think that it is safe to proceed. And Kale, thank you for the guidance. It was a help.
Better go check on Drake.
I'm gonna sit up and put my thumb up.
I have checked on Drake, and he is okay.
When we get back to town, I'm buying a 10-foot psychic pole.
What is the light situation down here?
There is whatever light you have with you.
Well, I will cast light on my staff.
You would have. Yeah, you would have been able to cast as you came down the shaft. You would have been. No, you would have been on the edge of it. You would have known that, like, oh, it's going to be dark. So.
Yeah, but also you dropped a lighted stone down too, so the bottom of the bottom was also pretty well lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have that stone if you want it, because you did cast it on stone earlier.
Well, I'd rather keep it on my staff, and the stone just immediately goes out.
Okay.
I'd like to recommend that I lead the charge here. I'm a little bit more. I've got a little bit more AC than everybody else right now, and more health. And I can't be stealthy with my light condition. So if I get ambushed, just come to my aid.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Sure. You know what? Vom is going to stay, I don't know, maybe 10 feet behind you, but not very far.
I would like to untie Teaser.
Untie Teesra.
There is a rope tied around my waist because
Oh!
Yep, just in case.
I
Oh,
don't
sorry.
want it like a cultist is grabbing her and throwing her over the edge. I never.
That is a very good point. Mention. All right.
I will helm the way here.
I will, as I said, I'll come pretty much right behind you, I guess. If we're not trying for stealth, then I'll just kind of come up with you.
My thought is that stealthier people can stay behind, but you know, I'm a 30-foot beacon of light right now.
Right, and Vom is, I won't say he's incapable of stealth, but it's very much out of character for
It's an
him.
attempt.
Yeah, he does not do that.
Being wounded as I am, I will not sneak off ahead of the group. I will stick close to the light source.
Jonesy, if it's helpful to you as I move through, I have a 15 for passive perception too. So
I am looking for traps at this point.
Bit late for that, isn't it?
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me again.
so I'm going to be looking with my Eldritch sight too. So
This will be, well, for what it's worth, I'll be looking around because I did so good on the last investigation check. I'll be looking around for signs of people passing this way and anything else.
I'll just hold my side.
Doesn't know how bad he is at investigating.
Awesome. So with that, as you're going along, you see that there's a couple of small little there's a couple small little side passages that kind of split off from here. It looks like places that maybe Drake could squeeze through, but the rest of you might have some difficulty. And it does kind of bend to the north a little bit, and looks like it opens up. You might have a Y-shaped passageway at that point.
Wow. We was dealing with rye rats before, though, weren't we? I bet they'd fit through these. They'd fit through these smaller passages for sure.
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, if Drake can get through, the rye rats can definitely get through.
Yeah.
But if Drake goes and investigates them and gets caught, none of us can come to his aid.
That is a legitimate difficulty. Yes.
And right now, Drake cannot telepathically call out to us.
That is also. All right. So I guess we're going this wider path then.
I mean, the other option is we could stop and rest for a bit and allow Drake to try to recover.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Vom doesn't have anything to. I don't think he has anything that needs to be repopped, so I can stand guard, and everybody else can take our short rest. Who needs it?
I'll do the same. I'll stand guard with you.
Yeah.
I can get behind that. Thumbs up.
Yeah, because I've not used any of my stuff and have not taken any damage. I know that's strange for me. It's a bit scary. So I guess I'll move over. Well, I won't move it bloody anywhere. I'll just kind of hang out sort of in the center and stand watch while everybody else rests. Probably, I would recommend that whoever is resting kind of hang out in perhaps this nook over here.
Yep. I'm gonna go take a nap on Uba.
That too.
I can continue to watch as well. I am also.
Okay.
I'm asleep. Give me that short rest.
All I've cast are cantrips, so.
Awesome.
Yes.
For once, no one even scratched me, which is weird. Usually I'm the first one to get hit.
I'm
They
so
would quickly
happy.
dogpile on Ula.
If there's two people that are gonna watch, I'm gonna take the break to investigate this purple liquid from this vial.
Yeah.
Is that something that I know what is, or do you want me to roll for it?
I will want you to roll for it, but I will say that you can use. Do you have nature?
No. I also don't have Arcana, so I don't know what I would use.
You can just go ahead and make me an intelligence check, but you will have advantage on it because of your background with herbology and all that stuff.
Sure. $20.
Yes. It looks like it's a draught. You're not super familiar with it. It's made from some sort of rare mushrooms, but it's definitely designed to um, enhance and help with psychic abilities.
Cool. I will hand it to Drake. I'm not sure what this is going to do. It should help with psychic things, and I'm not that. So maybe you'll get your voice back if you drink it, or maybe it'll make you a little bit less blast sensitive in the future, or maybe it'll do nothing, but it'll do you a lot better than me. So here you go.
I'll grab it and I'll put it into the like cinnamon roll version of me rolled up on Ula. Go back to sleep.
Awesome. You have a relatively quiet little while as you get a small little respite, and you're able to get some snacks and drinks, and it is dark and oddly humid in these tunnels.
Well, maybe not oddly.
Uh,
There's water coming down.
Some would call it spores.
and you're able to complete your short rest with no interruptions. I see that Drake rolled a recovery hit die and got max of 8, so congrats.
I'm so happy about that. Now I'm only 1 point away from full, so I will take it.
I don't. It's like you're really nervous about going around the corner or something. Like you expect me to be up in the good.
You
Just
know,
have a
I don't
healthy
know.
amount of respect.
I don't know what's in this sewer, but it can't be good.
Well, just a
Now,
reminder, you all have health potions, and I'm running dangerously low on spells. So
Can you not regain spells when you? Oh, you only regain spells after a long rest.
yeah,
Yep.
I only get long. So
Yeah.
God only responds after 8 hours.
Yep. Only warlocks do the short rest thing.
Gotcha.
so manage your own health.
But we also get a lot fewer spell points.
To that point, you do realize at this point you're below the sewer level. You're definitely below the sewer level. So wherever you're at is older than the city sewer system. So yeah, you're able to go and complete your rest and continue on your way.
Excellent.
So, do you also want to lead the way, Kale? No, of course, you got your light thing, so I'll just be up front with you then.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go head up with front with whoever.
I forgot the rules.
So I see this what appears to be deceased person up ahead to the
You
northwest?
you sure do. It looks like there's a dead body there.
Does anything look suspicious about that to me? Like, can I see the
Oh,
way
he is-
that they died?
Not from where you're at, but you can see that they're dressed very similar to the other cultists that you've encountered so far.
I want to go because we got those steps right there. I think I'll move up. I'd like to move up to where the steps are and see if I can see what's up there.
Well, I just worry that maybe they set off one of their own traps, and if you're not a psychic person, you won't be able to untrap it.
Okay. Well,
Like, there's no, like, knives or anything sticking out of him, right? It looks like there's just a body on the floor.
From where you're at, yeah.
Yeah,
Now, if it's a small dagger or something, he may be laying on it, and you wouldn't be able to see it from there.
gotcha.
well, I guess let's find out then.
But there's no giant pool of blood in it, or anything like that.
Yeah. You know what?
From here.
Farm will go up and examine the dude. I'm sure this will not go completely wrong.
Caesar, does your mental dowsing rod pick up anything?
Do you want to go ahead and give me a medicine check?
I sure do. Huh. I shouldn't doubt myself. That was an 18.
Fahn's all about the 18s on his skill checks tonight.
Especially on skill checks that he has no reason to be able to
you
make.
should-
I am not going to complain.
Yeah.
As you roll over the body, you can see that it looks like parts of him are missing, that bites have been taken out of him. And he also looks very desiccated. Like he's very, just desiccated. Like he's
Dried
been
out.
left out in the sun for weeks on end, but obviously there is no sun because you're down the
And it's awfully humid down here for that. So
yes.
Well, there's no explosion, but what kills somebody and dries them out like a like a thing that's been left out in the sun and dried out?
Jerky.
That older coat just tried to suck my soul out, and I didn't feel particularly well.
Teaser, did you read about this at Wizard School?
I don't know. Did I?
Oh, there are more.
And as you look over up the steps, you see a couple.
Yeah, there's more bodies up there.
It hit the floor.
Let's go ahead and have a look. Are they also all desiccated?
The one that you're standing next to right now, he is not desiccated. He has definitely been eaten.
Ew.
He's partially eating. He's missing part of his face. He's missing part of his arm. A big chunk of his torso has been eaten.
Okay, so
yeah.
Good news is he wasn't killed by psychic magic. Bad news is it was probably half eaten by something much larger. So it's a bit of a wash.
Now
isn't it?
with an 18, you can see that the bite size, the bites are human size.
Oh no.
Ew.
And as you look at the one, the body and the lead, the one closest to the steps that leads into some sort of small room, that one looks completely desiccated. Like it's just been
Dusted.
like totally just like all the moisture and everything's just been pulled right out of it.
Oh, they've been gushing.
Up ahead, you see, like I said, a couple sets of steps leading up. It looks like there may have been a door to this entranceway at one point, but the door is long gone at this point.
Mhm.
And you can see what appears to be a couple statues on the other side from where you're at.
This is that room to the east of us.
Yes, to the east of you.
Okay.
Jonesy, in response to seeing all this scary stuff, I would like to grab my anchor by the chain.
Awesome.
Okay. Well,
With that, um, does anyone have any? Is anyone skilled at history?
I believe that I am.
why did
I
even
am.
look?
Did you want to go ahead and make me a history check?
Oh, sure. 7.
Awesome. Looking at the style of the architecture for this room that you're kind of looking at, it appears to be very old. Like predates the founding of this current sovereign line. So it's probably at least 400 years old at this point, maybe 350, 400 at least, if not older than that. It predates the rebellion. So this building at one point was up on the surface and has sunk over the years based on the use of various arcana and stone shaping and stuff like this. Um, and with that, the whole area just seems to be cold and creepy. And while it's humid, it definitely takes on a chill on the air.
Oh, yeah. Humid air gets cold real easy.
And Teesra,
Yes.
Teesra, you kind of feel the hackles on the back of your neck stand up. Like this place is very disliked by your patron.
This is not a good place.
So we've gathered that. What?
Is this statue just a nice looking statue, or is there anything distinct about these two?
The statue that you're looking at. The statue you're looking at looks like some sort of demonic creature that you're guessing is probably supposed to represent one of the exarchs.
So this is an old church, I guess.
Church is a strong word.
Fine, clubhouse.
Von will moon one of the statues, just because.
Vom and friends, with that being done, why don't you just go ahead and make me initiative checks?
Oh, I'd prefer not to.
You're gonna have
dear.
to take an action to pull up your pants.
Oh no! How dare you!
Curses, consequences for other people's actions. My only
I
weakness.
strongly suspect that we were already about to get jumped by something anyway, and that my shapely buttocks had nothing to do with.
Oh no.
Hey, when you cook some buns, they're meant to be shared.
Yes.
Yeah.
My milkshake brings all the. Never mind.
Teaser was not prepared for Vom to do that because I got it 2.
I didn't think it was actually going to do anything.
I could safely assume 2/3 of this group was distracted, and that's where we're at.
Oh God. Oh come on now! Don't act like you've never seen my ass before.
We haven't.
I have absolutely seen your ass before,
Yeah,
but I was not expecting you to show it to the demons.
Oh, it is a demon.
I guess it kind of is, isn't it? Did I just really just kill us? I hope I didn't.
Kill is a strong word.
No.
Oh.
Okay then.
Why are you not going on my initiative tracker?
That's okay. We only want
Because
one
he wants
demon.
to be friends. He doesn't want to hurt us. Yes.
I doubt that very much.
So with that, as you do that, all the light in the area just seems to dim ever so slightly.
Oh, God.
As you exhale, you can actually see your breath kind of spread out as the whole temperature just dramatically in the area. While you do that, uh,
You keep
a
saying while I
ghost,
do that.
inkly black shadow swirls up from the below you from the ground up and rises up to the air. Um,
Oh, hello then.
and uh, immediately, Kale, you sense this shadow creature spawn forth and come float up into the air. And as it looks at you, it lets out a gurgle and says, "You have desecrated my resting space. You shall be dispatched." And kind of points out its clawed-like hand. Um, and you hear kind of a rumbling sound behind you as the ground bursts forth in several spots. Assuming I can get things to actually pop up. Come
Which
on.
means he had this plan, so this isn't technically my fault.
Technically, I
Yes?
follow that.
Either that or he is insanely well prepared.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Then he's like, I'm gonna save this demon for a bunch of degeneracy, and then that's the first thing we do.
Oh dear.
Come on. I have so much lag going on right now. As these partially desiccated and partially decomposed creatures come bursting forth. Several of them have kind of dry blood dripping around their mouths. And it looks like they've recently eaten,
Oh, I don't like that.
but don't seem to
Oh.
be satisfied with their meal.
Don't like that.
So there's an update. I think we might have found who did the eating on this other poor fellow.
Great.
You don't say.
You did say.
And
right?
Kale will actually go first. If you want to decide what you want to do while I'm getting the last of these guys to become visible on the map.
But
Sure.
wait, there's more.
Yay!
Do any of these things give me like certain vibes, like undead versus fiend versus shadow?
The ones erupting from the ground seem to be some sort of undead, possibly animated or being powered by the creature of shadow that is floating in the main room. If you're asking as regards to can I turn it?
I don't think I want to turn it Yeah. because I'd rather them be
Okay.
closer to me. I am going to instead take 2 steps away from this shadow thing so that I'm a closer target than Teesra. And I'm going to fire off a radiant bolt at the shadow over my Drake. hoping that Radiant does more to Shadow than normal things.
Not a bad thought.
Does a 13 hit?
A 13 actually does hit.
Cool. So that's 4 Radiant damage to the Shadow.
Awesome.
And then with my bonus action, I'll just wave my light staff around and try and get the attention of these 4 undead things. And that'll be my turn.
This is where I would normally say, hey, if you want, you can make a religion check.
Oh,
But we know you're not really great at it.
I can try. I don't have. I'm not proficient in religion, but got a
You
14.
always try. With a 14, I will tell you around that you realize that the creatures that that have been raised up are ghouls.
Cute. Okay. That's my turn.
That's
Just
all bad.
Raven in a corner over here.
And it's now the shadow creatures go.
That thing's gonna touch my no-no square.
I'm about to get a release on it.
Was not ready for that.
It wants to reach out and touch Faith. Now, what does it want to do? Oh, yeah, it wants to do that. It's going to. It looks at Vom, who.
You desecrated its temple.
I'm pretty sure just by walking here, we desecrated its temple.
I think
And-
you're deflecting.
Oh, fine, fine. It's all my fault. We're all gonna die. Whatever. So, is it gonna do a bad thing to me?
Yes, it will do a very, very bad thing to you. I will need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, honestly, you could have picked no better saving throw.
And it's cursed.
Jesus, that is a natural 1 for a total of 6. I'll start making my new character now.
I'm
Yep.
so happy you said something before you rolled.
You said big doo-doo this time.
Yeah, didn't it? What is Vom's hit points normally?
Currently, they stand at 26.
Now they stand at 6.
Did they just hit me for 20, or do I just suck that bad?
They reached out with the inky blank hand, and as they lay on you, you feel the cold and the death and decay wash through your body and literally drains the life force from your body.
Okay, I mean, that does suck, but so it's like my max hit points are not 6. It's just that I'm down to 6. I can deal with that.
Your max hit points for now are 6.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, you're still at max hit.
Yay!
You're still at 100%. You feel great.
I mean, yes, but at the same time, no.
Reinvigorated.
Vomp.
Yeah. Yeah.
How would you like to respond to that?
I would like to respond. I would like to answer his attack in just a few parts. Okay, not really, just one part. I'm gonna hit him with a fucking hammer. I mean, no, I am not gonna hit him with a hammer, because that was a 7 that does not hit. What a time to suddenly be incompetent. Okay, so This isn't going well.
We're gonna have to put bomb in a hand.
Oh, you know what? I have a couple of things that I can do. I am going to. This feels like an action surgy kind of moment. I think I am going to use that action surge. And I guess second wind will not help me here. I want to try to hit him again. What the hell? That one is a. That's a crit. That is a nat 20 for 24 adjusted. Which means I need to roll another die, don't I? I need to roll the d8 one more time, don't I?
Yeah, because you're a night person.
Yeah.
You get an extra dice of weapon damage on critical hits.
Well, that was a crappy roll. So altogether, it comes to 13 points of smack. And then he says, "Consider this my rebuttal."
I'm using a free action to roll my eyes.
Feel free. That is my turn.
Awesome. And now we get to the really bad initiatives. Drake.
Oh, way to dice shame.
Oh, you know, it was pretty low. Drake is going to take this opportunity to use his bonus action to disengage. And then I'm just going to run over here to this corner. I'm going to scurry up that wall, 10, 15 feet, however high it goes. I'm going to throw a knife at this guy. Come on, roll 20, wake up.
Awesome.
I get a 16 to hit.
Yeah, it's going a little loud. I can
Yeah.
say.
Actually,
16 will hit.
That's 5 points of damage. Non-magical piercing, if it matters.
It does.
I was afraid of that.
It's like maybe you recognize it or something. Ula, what to do?
Would like to get angry. And then I would
Doesn't
like,
like you when you're angry.
and then I would like to shot put my way out of this problem. And I'm gonna recklessly attack as well. 24 for 9 damage.
Uh, 9 damage.
Yep.
And Teesra, bringing up the last of the round. At this point, the most of the ghouls have crawled their way out, so they'll be going next round.
Yeah. That's what I was afraid of.
But you can still, if you want, you can still attack any of the ghouls. You would have advantage on that.
The thing is,
Or you don't. I'm just that's an option. You definitely can go also.
I don't, because I feel like Kale's about to make himself a rather big target. So I am going to reach out a hand and touch Kale and cast Protection from Good and Evil on him. And then I am going to move my happy butt away from all of this stuff. So,
Awesome.
any undead targeting Kale now have disadvantage.
Awesome. Cleric, but That brings us to the top of the round. So it is Kale's turn. What would you like to do, Kale?
I think that changes things for me. So you said undead, right? Tisra is what I'm protected against.
Well, all sorts of terrible things, but undead are among them. Yes.
Oh. It's all of those types. Okay.
Yeah.
Jonesy, am I protected from shadow at this point too?
I would say Shadow does fall under that because it won't say that in the PHB because
Right.
Shadow is a specific Blue Rose thing. So yeah, I would say Shadow falls.
Great.
Umbrella.
I am going to cast my Turn Undead, but I'm going or Channel Divinity, but instead of Turn Undead, I'm going to use Turn Shadow.
Okay.
On any shadows, which I assume is just the shadow in front of me.
Yeah, that the Shadow creature would count it. Yeah.
Cool. So that's a whiz saving throw. And can I give you my token so that it's a disadvantage for the shadow? Or not? I don't know how the tokens work exactly. So you can say no.
I will say yes.
Cool. So I
So
gave
I
you
have
that.
to make a Wisdom saving throw. And what am I trying to beat?
14.
Okay. And since the Shadow one is from the Blue Rose book, what does it do if it succeeds, and what does it do if it doesn't succeed?
Oh yeah, it's the same as Turn Undead, only it's to Shadow instead. So let me pull that up real fast. A turned creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from me as it can. It can't willingly move into a space within 30 feet of me. It can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use dash or try to escape. If there's nowhere to move, it can use the dodge. So my intent is to make it flee in the opposite direction of these ghouls so that we can take care of them first.
Awesome. And it's now the Shadow creature's turn.
Oh, can I also just use my movement to get up in its face as I do that?
Sure.
Cool.
Are you gonna do any cool soliloquy when you do that?
No, I just like to think that my eyes change to like a bright, like yellow, and I have a glowing staff as I slowly walk up to the shadow. I'll stay silent though, because I think that's cooler.
You shall not pass.
I
You
did
shall
get
not
out of
pass.
I got out of the range of that ghoul, so if it has a reaction, it can swipe at me if it wants to.
Oh, that's true. We are in the new round where they are. So
Come on. Why am I not? Having so much lag. So the Wraith goes, and the Wraith goes and tries to leave.
yay!
um,
So is that an attack of opportunity?
bringing it to Vom. Sure, you would have got a swipe at it.
Yeah. So,
Would I as well if I was up there?
Yeah. I will say yes.
so for the attack of opportunity, that was a 22. So, if assuming the 22 hits, then that 8 bludgeoning damage. Which bludgeoning may or may not be any good for a wraith. I don't know.
So, with that, you manage to swipe at it and clip it as it's running off. Your allies also try to swipe at it and don't really seem to connect in a meaningful way. Vom, it is actually your go. We'll put you.
So I didn't actually see which way it moved off. I mean, okay.
It fled deeper into
No.
the.
I am going to well, I don't know.
So from your point of view, it zoomed off.
Yeah, so like it's moving
It zoomed off to the
to the
east.
So am I guessing, like from how it zoomed, like I'm not going to be able to catch it?
You can. You don't know.
Well, then I'm about to try. This is crazy, but 2 or 5. And I'm going to take my 6th, and I am not going to have enough to actually get to him. Assuming that is actually him in the northern part of the hall. So I will...
Yes.
As I do not have a melee opportunity, I am going to fling a... Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I can fling a hand axe at him, can't I? I believe that is the point of having them.
Yes.
All right. That is a 21 to hit for a further 7. And this time it's slashing damage, which is probably also not that great on a wraith.
Awesome. So Vom, you've gotten attacked. My ghouls are going to move in for feeding time. To the sound of closing time. Assuming it will remove my ghouls. There we go. Come on, you can do it. I have faith in you. I have little ghouls, just little ghoul who can. And 2 of them come running in close enough to attack. One is going for Kizra and one's going for Kale.
The one against me has
They're going to try to bite you. Yes, he does. But he does not realize what this damage means, so. Oh! Apparently, yeah, the dice doesn't think he's got disadvantage at all. So he manages to attack you and for a bite. He manages to bite you for 10 points of damage, actually.
Okay.
And the other one that's going after Kizra is also going to attempt to bite. And that one misses completely.
I do not like this.
But that's the two that can get close. The two that can get close enough to attack right now. There are others that are swarming the entranceway. Drake, what would you like to do?
Cry for help.
You can do that. You can do that as a free action.
Well, that's good news. I'm gonna scurry along the wall to this entrance here, and I'm gonna chuck a knife at this one that's next to Tizra.
Thank you.
With a critical hit.
Woohoo!
Did you crit my ghoul?
I did, for a total of, not so great, 6, 10, 13 points of damage.
Feel cool critical.
So you attack ghoul. You as you throw your dagger, it slams in the ghoul and buries itself down to the handle. The ghoul is still up though.
And I will give Tizra a curt nod and go around this corner. And that will be the end of my turn.
Ula, what would you like to do?
I would like to. Sorry again. I would like to move. One second. Let's double check one thing. Okay. So I would like to run up to the ghoul next to Tizra. If I can figure out, there we go, right here.
Mhm.
And I would like to use a shove action. And oh, actually, I would like to get in its square and then use a shove action to push it. Oh no, because then she'd still be in melee, right?
You're trying to push it down the steps?
Yeah, but I don't think that'll make it prone if I do. I'm trying to get my squishy caster away from these people.
I will say, because if you push them down the steps, because of the steps and because of the nook that Tizra is kind of in right now, if the ghoul did try to swipe at Tizra, the ghoul would be at disadvantage.
Oh, from like here to here.
Yeah, because it's steps and it's partial cover and things like that. So I'd say that the ghoul would be at disadvantage, if that matters.
Okay, so I will go ahead and make an attack, and I believe it's just oppose athletics. Yep, strength athletics. I have advantage because I'm raging, so that's fun. Yep. So let me make a athletics check for my GM. Trying to beat a 17.
The ghoul fails. And you manage to shove the ghoul down the steps.
One flops downstairs, a loner in pairs.
It was more a.
I had to check if it still counted as an attack action, so I'm still raging.
Undead.
So he gets pushed back to the stairs. And that'll be my turn.
Cool. And Tizra, what would you like to do?
Tizra is going to move away from the ghoul that was trying to bite them. I I'm not doing a withdraw action though, so if it may make the attack of opportunity or the opportunity attack.
Cool.
Um,
So you move.
and then I'm going to blast an Eldritch Blast at that same ghoul.
Cool. Go
Hopefully
for it.
destroying it before it can bite Ula. That is a 22 to hit for 7 force damage.
Nice.
Awesome. And that will end that goal. So
You're
it
nice and
goes
safe.
down. It's staggering back down the steps. It's stumbling down the steps and trying to keep upright, and it starts getting its bounce back as it gets blasted in the face by a bolt of pumpkin spice, and just finishes it down the steps. Brings us to the top of the round. Kale, what would you like to do?
Well, so I saw that my radiant damage did more to the shadow than like regular slashing, piercing, bludgeoning, right?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to step into here. As I pass my folks, I will say, I've got the Wraith. You guys take care of the ghouls. And I will cast Radiant Bolt at the Wraith.
Okay.
$16 to hit.
That's totally a hit. Yeah.
For 9 radiant damage there.
Awesome.
And it's still turned.
So yeah, with that you do a blast, and as you do, yeah, it lets out a hissing kind of screech sound as it does that, and it seems very upset at you.
Aw.
Yeah, just slowly as I walk towards it, bright yellow eyes. I blast it again, and I will end my
Slowly
turn
without
there.
pain. Oh. Back here.
And I guess as it leaves my
Open a
Breton
map.
square, I'll try and hit it with my quarterstaff again. See if it'll do anything.
Now, yeah, it seems to be put in the corner, and seems to be chanting under its breath. And so you're gonna sweep. You swapped at it with your quarterstaff.
Just with my staff, yeah, my lit staff.
Awesome.
I don't imagine that a 10 hits, so.
Unfortunately for you, no. So the wraith begins to chant under its breath, or the shadow wraith seems to be chanting under its breath. You do not understand what it's saying. It seems to be some sort of incantation. Vom, what would you like to do?
Vom would like to get right back up in its grill and form a counter argument. And not so great. That one's a 12.
That is not going to hit.
Oh, well. Yes. Well, then that is about all I've got to offer.
If you the creature can't take reactions, so if you have more movement, you can get out of melee with it.
I suppose that is kind of runs counter to Vom's whole thing. But it's
Sure.
only, I mean, in the meta, I know his only action is to dodge anyway.
Oh, sure.
It's supposed to be, but who knows? It's a weird thing. It might be done dodging. I guess Vom. Yeah, I'll stay where I am in the center of the room, being big and loud and obnoxious. But that is pretty much the entirety of my turn, since I've used my action surge already.
And now bring everyone's favorites, the ghouls.
I don't know who everyone is, but they have horrible taste.
One of the ghouls rushes forward and proceeds to start trying to climb up the wall to get after you, Drake.
Please don't.
That's so cute. It thinks it's a raccoon.
The other two rush forward after Tizra, and the last one on the steps is trying to eat Ula.
Gotcha.
And with that, oh, so the one climbing up the wall actually manages to climb up the wall pretty well. Is pretty close to you, Drake, to the point where you can actually do hand-to-hand combat with it.
It's my least favorite kind of combat.
One of them's going to try to bite Tizra. Oh God, no! Tizra easily dodges out of the way of that attack. And the other one, as it does, the other one tries to swipe at Tizra with its claws, missing as Tizra pivots, weaves, and dodges out of the way. The last one is trying to claw at Ula, and yeah, misses hardly. I rolled a 3, a 5, and a 7.
I'll do what we can.
They were in your favor. So, Drake, what would you like to do?
You know, this guy climbed up on the wall. He's all nice and stuff. I'm gonna use a bonus action to disengage. And yeah, I'm gonna go up around the corner here, and I'm gonna yell at Tizra, "Come to the bottleneck!" And I'll throw a knife at the shadow.
I need you to make me a perception roll while you do that.
7.
Oh no.
Okay. Awesome. As you work.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. That's a 24 to hit.
Okay. Are you attacking my poor Shadow Wraith?
Sure am.
What has he done to you?
He's taking 9 points of damage if that matters. Again, of non-magical piercing damage.
Ula, what would you like to do?
Run right here while yelling, "Fight me, you worthless pissants." I'm gonna swing at. I'm like the one that's right next to people. So I take an attack of opportunity. Always start that. Do I take any damage?
Okay. No, it misses.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna start swinging. I'm gonna recklessly swing too. I got 20, so that is 7 points of damage on this move away.
The one directly next to you.
Next to Peter.
Oh, the one next to you, the one diagonal. No? Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Teaser, what would you like to do?
Hey, sheesh. Um. Which one did you hit, Hula?
The one to your left.
Okay. If I move, I'm gonna be opening myself all sorts of opportunity attacks.
Yeah. You just do a full retreat.
Um.
Now, one of those is up on the wall. It was trying to climb after Drake, so it can't get to you.
Okay, well, that's something. Um. Does casting a spell make an opportunity attack? Or
No.
provoke an attack?
No. You only provoke it if you try to leave without using a disengage.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I am going to. I'm just going to disengage and move into the bottleneck there. That's it.
Okay. While you're doing that, can you make me a perception check, please?
I can try. I am not good at that.
And while you're doing that, that brings us top of the round. Kale, what would you like to do?
I am not good
Well-
at that. That was 5.
Seeing that everyone didn't listen and went after the shadow and not the feet or the ghouls, that kind of ruined my strategy. I will now, I guess, double down on what I've done, and I will move even further into this room. Oh, but I can't. I guess I'll move right here, and I will cast Radiant Bolt at the shadow. That's a natural one.
That was a miss.
Yeah, it sure is. And then I will use the rest of my movement, I guess, to step into it. And that'll be my turn.
With that, the wraith finishes muttering to himself, and as the shadow wraith does that, you can feel a sickly, blood curdling kind of pulse of energy go off from you, from around it. It doesn't seem to impact or interact with you at all, but it definitely seems like some sort of malevolence has been let loose.
Oh,
Vom, what would you like to do?
Well, this is a bit predictable, isn't it? I'm gonna keep swinging on him.
Awesome.
Hey Jonesy, while all of that is rolling, I don't know if it matters, but technically the only action that the Wraith can take is moving or dashing. So if it was like using an action for something, because of the turn undead, its action can only be movement, just so you know.
Ooh. It was a lovely damage roll. Unfortunately, the 2-hit roll was kind of not good, so that'll be a 7, which will probably not do much.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I haven't. Yeah, Vom has not paid a whole lot of attention to what's been going on out there, so I guess I'm just going to stay where I'm at. That's going to be my turn. Because I haven't actually taken any damage or anything, so I can't use second wind or any of that happy fun stuff.
So. With that is the ghoul's turn. The one ghoul is going to rush into the room, and it sees Teezra, who's been kind of chomping out for a little bit, but Teezra's on guard, and it sees Vom's back, and sees that Vom seems like a better target because Vom's got its back to it.
Oh, it's a very thoughtful ghoul.
Attack Vom. Basically, I rolled 50-50 tonight.
It's okay.
So with that, it has done. It has hit you for a few points of damage, but more importantly, I'm going to need you. It's done. I will try. So it did 4 points of damage, but.
Okay.
But I also need a Constitution saving throw from you as it claws at you.
Oh God! Again? Why must you do this to me? It's a 7. Yeah, that didn't go good. I failed 2 Constitution saves. Constitution is literally my best stat. I'm crying.
As you do that, you feel a kind of a numbing sensation spread through the claw marks that clawed your back and spread out through your body.
Oh.
Yep.
That's bad.
Yep.
Hypothetically.
It's pretty bad.
It's not good.
And the other 2 will have. Well, let me rephrase that. The other 3 have turned their attention to Ula.
Bring it on.
Chomp, chomp, betray chomp as they claw, and bite. That is a miss. That is a miss. Oh,
16.
misses.
Oh, 16.
They both missed. 2 of them, the 2 that were biting at you missed. The one that was striking you with the claws did hit successfully for 6 points of damage, and I do need a Constitution saving throw from you.
That 6 slashing?
That is correct. 6 slashing.
Okay, this is right. Okay. Constitution, here we go. Crit fail.
We're actually gonna die.
I
Nah,
think we might actually.
don't worry about it.
We were rolling really bad on everything that we're supposed to be rolling good on.
So, Drip, what to do?
Weep openly. I'm gonna sneak attack the one that's attacking over here, opposite Tizra. And I think this might be my last dart. Yeah, this is my last dart. I've got 2 daggers left after this, so. 22 to hit. At least I'm still hitting. For 5 points of damage this time. And, yeah, that will be my turn.
Awesome. Ula, what would you like to do?
What would I like to do? Okay, so I'm looking at the map here. I'm looking at my options. I'm just gonna swing at the one that was that I hit earlier. I'm just gonna go for it. Reckless attack.
Is there any? Do you have any special? Well, say, does you have any special barbarian stuff that you can do? If not, you're actually paralyzed this round.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
No, I can't do anything then. So it's
okay. I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Oh, I have to make it on each turn.
Yep.
Gotcha. Oh, it's got my attack roll stacked up. 1 second.
No worries.
There we go. I cleared it. 11.
And with that, through the force of your anger, you're able to shake off the effect of the temporary paralysis that the ghoul was trying to lay on you.
Okay.
So you have broken that. So you're good in that regard.
But I don't have an action this round.
Yeah, that would have been the end of your turn. Yeah. So.
Okay. I'm gonna use a bonus action to rage again.
Okay. Awesome.
If I don't take damage, it goes away at the end of the turn. So I'll just rage again.
Well, I would count the paralyzation as damage if for the point of rage, if that matters. So.
My health don't go down.
Well, I'm just, it was an attack against you. You basically was inflicted by an enemy. So.
I get you.
But
I'm just chilling them.
So Tizra, what would you like to do?
We got to do something about these ghouls. I can't keep running from them. I guess I'm just going to blast the ghoul, but I'm at disadvantage. Here goes nothing. Or maybe there's something, since even with disadvantage, that's a 20.
Yay!
So I will blast the ghoul with 10 points of pumpkin spice force.
Awesome. And you just let loose, and as you do, the whole room kind of takes on the smell of pumpkin and the smell of earth and the whole kind of dampness of fall as it spreads throughout the room. Everyone can pick up on it as you let loose. Kale, what would you like to do?
I am going to. I can't leave the room because he's there. So I'm going to take a step away from the shadow. I'm going to fire a radiant bolt at it. 24 to hit for 7 radiant points of damage. And that's to the shadow, not to the ghoul.
Awesome. And with that, your radiant bolt flies through the shadow, basically illuminating every nook and shadow and burning it from the inside out, and dissipating the shadow, leaving
Yay.
nothing behind. As the shadow gets dissipated, the ghouls all drop. On the ground. As the shadow was the one that was giving them their false life. So,
Am I
boom,
still?
boom, boom.
I'm
All
still
of them
paralyzed, aren't
drop.
I? Well, eventually I would wear off.
Give me a con check.
Oh yeah. See if I can actually make.
Yeah, the
one
way it works
tonight.
is that you would have got a Constitution check at the end of it.
Oh.
At the end of every round until you shook it off.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if there's nothing, but there's nothing else happening, so I don't need to worry about second wind or anything. So that's nice to know. Is it I'm sorry, a saving throw or a check?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And you've shaken off the
That was a
paralysis.
16. Yeah. Okay.
So, with that, you have dispatched the shadow wraith and its allies. It looks like the previous cult that came down here didn't do so well against them, and now you can see why.
Just because I didn't burn the statue first.
So, with that, I would ask for investigation checks as you look around.
10 for me.
I'll be over here with my 3.
I got an
9.
I got a nat 2 for a 1 total.
Oh.
So as you're looking around, you find a few makeshift little shelves full of some items. As you search the small room that you were in, you do find what appears to be, Kale finds it, a small little latch underneath a small little shelf, and as you do, another small compartment opens up, and inside seems to be a small bundle wrapped in a piece of heavy leather and bound.
Ooh.
Are we doing anything else today, or can I burn my last spell?
I think I'm not sure
I
what
don't
we're
know.
doing after this.
I'm going to just cast Detect Magic on this bundle.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a good
Okay.
No, I
choice.
can do that without.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. Teaser can't
Too
actually.
late.
I did it.
That's Teaser's
as you check-
superpower.
As you check, you do find that there are a few vials in there that seem to be glowing with arcane energies. They seem to be small, thin, almost test tube-like looking vials of some sort of amber color liquid. And then there, along with that, there's a tome which is glowing slightly, and a smaller book that looks more like a leather-bound journal that is not glowing.
Hmm.
looks like we have some reading to do.
Fair enough.
Is this amber substance the same as the substance we've seen in the past?
As you start looking at it, I will actually say that because of your background, you recognize that it is some sort of, in your opinion, slightly crude, but healing elixir. But as you flip through the book that's glowing, it seems to be some sort of book of incantations and other dark arts. And the smaller book seems to be a small journal. And as you flip through it, it seems to be a personal journal of someone named Devout.
Devout.
Yep.
Does that name mean anything to us, or?
It does not, but as you flip through it, it seems that Duvas was one of the Devout, as they refer to themselves, and talks about how the Devout shall rise again. We will free our dark mistress. The Empress will once again rock the world. And a couple other things that you kind of note as you're flipping through it is that there's references to a stronghold of the Devout just south of the city, which they refer to as Fellbridge Spire, which they will, from this place, the Devout shall rise again. We shall reach across the terror of the world and that lies between the lands of Aldous and the realms of our beloved exarchs, and bring forth once again the Dark Empress. And as you're flipping through it, you notice the dates in this journal. They're like 34 BR, 35 BR. It is currently like that was like 300 years ago.
Well, what does everybody want to do at this point? Do we want to sleep here? Do we want to go back and sleep?
Oh, I do not want to sleep here.
I do not want to sleep here. This is a bad spot.
Well, I don't mean like here. This place is spooky, but like, do we want to sleep somewhere in the sewers? I don't know that we found what we were looking for.
I think we need to
also
go
have
back
a
and
friend
ask
that
that
we
guy.
tied up.
Yeah, we need to go talk to that guy. He didn't mention
should at
anything
very
about
least-
ghouls.
We need to untie him, yeah. You should not just
very
leave him
sad.
there. We did leave him tied up.
Oh, you guys ordered too much. He's probably not good.
I'm sure he's probably fine now, but we aren't going to leave him tied down here. We have some scruples in that very narrow area.
Yes, you left a member of the night pads tied up above, and you also left members of the local cult people that you've been dealing with lately tied up.
All right.
Oh, that's right, we did.
Yeah, we at least need to get a rest in, I think.
So we'll head back upstairs, and we'll head out of this specific area, and then we'll take a little rest, and then we'll go. Or we can go back to the prisoner guy, actually, since he's been very cooperative, so we don't want to leave him hanging.
Right. No, I feel like going back to the prisoner and telling him what we have found and have saved him from, and perhaps even allowing him to leave, may not be a terrible plan.
Yeah. If nothing else, we know there's no one else down here.
Well, not past not past this direction, no.
Well, then I guess we can do that. We can go back and up the rope and
Go back to the small little guard post that you found that was kind of hidden amongst the sewer labyrinth. And yeah, as you return, you find that the three cult members that you encountered earlier are still there. they're still tied up, along with the prisoner who's in a different room, still tied up. And we leave you with some bumps and bruises and scarring, and I believe that was a good place to stop for the evening.
Hey, we ended this evening as we began, stuck in that room with the dude tied up.
Okay.
The only other thing that you noticed as you were leaving the small little ancient room down below and the deep under the city was it would appear to be some egg fragments of a large, oversized black obsidian egg.
Do we
That's
know
not the
what? Do we know what would come out of an egg like that?
Give me a religion check,
Nothing I want to meet.
Sure.
and I will give you I will give you advantage on that roll.
Why? That 6 that I just rolled wasn't good enough. Hey, natural 20, 21.
Hey, there you go.
Oh,
Are you
didn't.
yoking with me?
I didn't see the 6 come up on my side yet. Oh, there. Now I see the 6. And now I see the 21. So, yeah, you've heard tales back from Jarzon of black eggs similar to this. They are used, ritually used to bring shadow spawn. Sorry, not shadow spawn, but dark fiends, actual fiends. So they basically craft a ceramic egg-like container and then inscribe runes on it as part of the summoning, and then will actually summon forth shadow creatures of dark spawn, fiends, basically demons. Given the size of this, you would expect it to be fairly small, possibly imp-like.
Would it have been something different than what we just faced? Or is it possible that the wraith came from this?
Your guess, and based on the 21, I'm going to give this to you. Based on the wraith was probably a occult sorcerer, occult arcanist. So they have been known to traffic it with imps as their familiars. It was probably trying to wake up its familiar to help defend itself against you. When you after you turned it and were running it into the corner, it was trying to call for backup.
Not today. Cool.
No.
But the ceramic egg that you found, only recently hatched. It wasn't like covered in dust and debris and age. It was freshly cracked open.
Oh, it's no bueno.
Yeah.
So, actually, I'm going to give it to you just because I like that 21 that you got. We're pretty sure that that occult sorcerer. I'm pretty sure that journal you found belonged to them.
Well, looks like I found a problem for tomorrow.
So, with that, we will call it a night, I believe. It's like a great spot to call, and we're a couple minutes over. So, we do apologize for the technical issues we had at the beginning of the stream that seemed to have mostly calm down, but still kind of slowed down roll 20 later on. Yeah, so thank you for your patience, especially for watching this on demand or on YouTube. Other than that, I would like to thank my cast for it was a pretty heavy combat encounter tonight, so I appreciate them slugging through that.
I'm just glad we didn't die.
Definitely have time to investigate and follow up on the information you learned tonight. Next game. Other than that, a couple of quick announcements. We do have another session of Tales of the Finest next week. We also have tomorrow, we have a brand new episode of Monster of the Week, where Will is leading our intrepid group of monster hunters. So that's always a fun blast. We have a very special something coming up, podcast coming up next week. I believe it's a episode of something mutants. As they've taken a slight tiny break on their Pathfinder game, and they're running a couple episodes of Mutants and Masterminds. And then next week we'll be speaking of Mutants and Masterminds. Monday we'll be back with a brand new episode of Another War, as we deal with Toy Boy. Oh, sorry, he's gonna drive me crazy. I'm lucky enough to play in that game. So, other than that, any other announcements anyone wants to share with the viewers?
Just that people should head over to our website, Untold Stories Project, to catch up on our blog and anything else you want to know about what we've got going on.
Awesome. Other than that, are we rating anyone tonight?
Let me see. I was trying to poke through and see if anybody looked like they were playing something good. Oh, you know what? Becca Scott's playing right now with, I think, our friend Bridget, so let's go over there and say hi to them.
Awesome.
So, we will see everybody over there. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye. Brush your teeth. Have a good one.